The palliative care is something that we care for each other. A human being is a person who will care not only for himself, for the family, but outside. The people who are suffering of illness or destitute, they don't have a home, they don't have the food to eat. So the care and love shown to them is called palliative care, a comforting care.
Dear students, I am Dr. A. Satya Babu. I am the Deputy Director for HelpAge India. Presently, I am looking after the world first model elders village promoted by HelpAge India at Kadalur. I am also founder director for Tamil Nadu Institute of Palliative Medicine to promote palliative care movement in Tamil Nadu. Now, the topic of the discussion is geriatric palliative care. I am going to explain about the introduction of palliative care, World Health Organization defined palliative care, and philosophy and aim of the palliative care, and need of the geriatric palliative care, and the present scenario of palliative care services available in India, distribution of adult in need of palliative care, history and Indian perspective of geriatric palliative care. Then what are all the current facilities available or provisions available in India, and geriatric palliative care team, myths about palliative care, setting for geriatric palliative care units such as home based palliative care, community based geriatric palliative care, and hospital based palliative care services. And what are the skills required for the geriatric palliative care? That means communication skill, psychosocial skill, teamwork skill, intrapersonal skill, life closer skill, and also there are 3 categories of support which require palliative care. Finally, I am going to explain the Kerala model which has provided total care at the free of cost. Let us go. The introduction of palliative care. Palliative is derived from the root word pallium, a Latin word meaning cloak or cover. It is any form of medical care or treatment that concentrates or reducing the severity of the disease symptoms, rather than halt, delay or reverse the sequence of the disease. So, the goal is to prevent and relieve of suffering and to improve the quality of life of people facing severe complex illness. The term palliative care may be used generally to refer any care that alleviates symptoms, whether or not there is a hope of cure by other means. The concept of palliative care is not new. The most of the physicians have traditionally concentrated on trying to cure patients rather than treatment of the alleviation of symptoms. Now, let me explain about the World Health Organization described palliative care. Palliative care as an approach that improves the quality of life of patient and their family facing problem associated with the life-threatening illness. Through the prevention and relief of suffering by means of early identification and impeccable assessment and the treatment of the pain and other problems, physical, psychological and spiritual. There are other definitions of palliative care that World Health Organization define, provides relief from the pain and other distress symptoms. Palliative care affirms life and regards dying as a normal process. It is indeed neither to hesitate nor to postpone the death. Palliative care integrates the psychosocial and spiritual aspects of the patient's care. It offers a support system to help patients live as active as possible until the death. Palliative care offers a support system to help the family cope during the patient's illness and their own bereavement. Palliative care uses team approach to address the need of the patients and their family. It includes bereavement counseling if indicated. Palliative care will enhance the quality of life and may also positively influence the course of illness. Geriatric palliative care is applicable early in course of illness in conjunction with the other therapeutical that are indeed to prolong life, such as chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and includes those interventions needs to better understanding and manage distress clinically complications. Now, the aim of the palliative care. Aim of the palliative care to improve the quality of life for individual with life limited illness and their family by reducing the suffering through early identification, assessment and treatment of the pain, physical, cultural, psychological, social and spiritual needs. The philosophy of palliative care determines it's to give the people with the life limited illness a reason to hope and feeling of the greater self confidence and dignity. We embrace a holistic approach to caregiving which respect to the dignity and worth of each person. The palliative care practitioners believe in creating an environment that nurtures the physical, intellectual, social and spiritual well-being of those in our care. Palliative care or comfort care recognize that the death is a normal part of life and strive to prepare patients and their family so that we can all die on our own terms. From the start of series of terminally ill, practitioners reduce the burden on family caregiving by identifying and providing the need of the patients and their family. These needs may be physical, emotional, social or spiritual. Now, let me explain about the palliative care goal. It is also sensible and realistic. It is a regular attention and it should be an adaptable. It is also patient and family centered approach. In India, the senior citizen population was 123 million in 2018. According to the 2014 National Sample Survey, 2 million elderly people in India are bedridden and another 7 million are confined with their households. Who will take care of them during the sunset years? This issue of carrying the elderly and ensuring the dignity and death should thus receive immediate public attention. Palliative care for elderly in India is still in early stage of development. Many elderly are not aware of existing policy and programs available on palliative care. So, awareness programs, care training centers, etc. are need of the hour. Now, let me explain. There are myths about palliative care. There are many false beliefs regarding the palliative care. Patients will become an addict to pain relief drugs. The palliative care is only provided in the hospital type of setting. That you need to be an expert to able to provide the care, or you need to be a nurse to able to provide the care. It is also applying the palliative care approach will increase the care workers' workload. The palliative care approach is only provided to patients with cancer, and also the palliative care approach costs more. All these myths are not true at all. Now, I am going to explain the present scenario of palliative care in India. The present scenario, over 30 million of people suffering unnecessarily from severe pain and other symptoms each year. So much known in palliative medicine, but unfortunately this knowledge is not benefiting most of those in need of it. Or in spite of all the efforts over the last 2 decades, the greater majority of individuals that needs palliative care are not getting it. Similarly, back to 2000, there were 600 million elderly in the world, many suffering from chronic diseases, and estimated for the elderly in need of palliative care in 2025 and 2050 are 1,200 to 2,000 million respectively. Now, let us see the distribution of elderly who required palliative care service. There are a number of chronic diseases like cardiovascular disease, cancer, HIV/AIDS. There are a number of diseases which require palliative care. The elders experience in all kind of health problems, and most of them experience almost trauma stage with worsening environment. Now, the distributions start around 25% of the elderly are experienced with depression. 1/3 of them suffering from arthritis, and 1 in 5 have hearing problem, almost cannot hear. Around 50% of them have poor vision, 1 in 3rd of them suffering hypertension, 10% of them have fractured due to the fall, and 40% are anemic, 10 in rural villages and 40 in urban areas suffering from diabetic. Around 31% of the elderly suffering from bowel disease, 20% of the elderly suffer from Alzheimer's disease. All these elders require geriatric palliative care service. But in present scenario, only 0.2% people are getting palliative care services in the world. They all unnecessarily suffering without knowing the services and the other supports availability. Now, let us discuss the history of palliative care in India. The concept of palliative care relatively new to India. The hospice and palliative care movement in India started tentatively in the mid 1980s and has slowly increased over the last 2 decades. At this time, palliative care service also began in India with the forming of the Indian Association of Palliative Care, IAPC. The first hospice in India was started in 1986. Professor D'Souza opened the first hospice, Santi Avendra Ashram in Bombay, Maharashtra, in central India. He had trained in UK and was familiar with the concept of palliative care. At the same time, pain clinics were established at the Regional Cancer Centre, Trivandrum in Kerala, with the assistance of World Health Organization subsidy. Kidwai Memorial Institute of Oncology was also started in Bangalore, Karnataka. The Cipla Center, Pune, was started on the 1st of May 1997. Of the 130 palliative care units in India, 65 belongs to a neighborhood network in palliative care in Kerala. The estimated coverages were NNPC actively in 60 to 80% of all the patients in need of palliative care. The problems, anxieties and worries of the most people in need of palliative care in India are different from those cared for by the Western palliative care centers. The Kerala network has more than 60 units covering a population of greater than 12 million and is the one of the largest network in the world. In April 2008, Kerala became the first state in India announcing palliative care policy. The Calicut model has also become the World Health Organization demonstration project as an example of high quality, flexibility and low cost palliative care delivery in developing world, and illustrating sound principle in cooperation between the government and NGO. In Guwahati Pain Palliative Care Society, GPPS, in Assam, Northeast India, it is a good example of way in which palliative care service have developed in different states and provinces. As a registered NGO, it was the first service in Northeast India providing palliative care to people with advanced cancer. The Institute of Palliative Medicine, IPM, Medical College, Calicut is a leading training institute in palliative care in Asia. It is the training and research wing of World Health Organization demonstrator project in the palliative care for the development world. It is also international partners of International Centre for Palliative Care UK, the WHO Collaborative Centre in UK, United Kingdom. The institute has been formally inaugurated in 2003. In addition to the doctors and nurses from all over India, doctors and nurses from most of the Southeast Asian countries regularly reporting IPM for training. The institute also gets trainees from UK, Switzerland, Germany and Japan. HelpAge India. HelpAge India also initiated community-based palliative care by involving Elders for Elders movement in 56 villages in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. In this model, by organizing active elders taking care of dependent and destitute elderly with the support of local government and CBOs, community-based organizations. With their support, they have taken care of more than 1,000 chronic ills and elderly patients. Elders for Elders movement has played a major role on the quality of life of the elderly. Let us listen the voices from the people who are making this success.
I am Ilango Rajaratnam, heading an organization called Elders for Elders Foundation. This organization basically works for elderly. It's run by elderly and the activities are carried out for the welfare of the aged. So about this palliative care, community-based palliative care, we are working in 3 districts in Tamil Nadu and 1 district in Kerala. So what the concept is, working elderly will take care of the bedridden and chronically ill patients. What we do, we have federated this elders self-help group into village level federation. This village level federation will run the community-based clinics. These community-based clinics will consist of doctor, nurse and volunteers. This foundation is also working for the livelihood, healthcare and digital inclusion. Healthcare includes all the components such as eye care, then geriatric care, then other type of healthcare to the elderly.
So, Tamil Nadu Institute of Palliative Medicine of Scope India. So, Tamil Nadu Institute of Palliative Medicine of Scope India has community-owned palliative care program in Tamil Nadu with the support of palliative care initiatives groups such as interested doctors, nurses and community development professionals along with the local volunteers. To meet the present demand of geriatric palliative care service and to support the community-based palliative care training programs, this was facilitated and supported by Institute of Palliative Medicine and affiliated with the Dr. MGR Medical University and National Council for Vocational Education, and regular financial support from National Institute of Social Defence under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. The palliative care team consists of volunteers, physicians, spiritual counselors, social workers, pharmacists, home health aides, therapists, nurses, etc. This is a multidisciplinary team provide total care. So, let me explain about the core component of geriatric palliative care team. The palliative care is network of services most effectively delivered by an interdisciplinary team who rely on sharing knowledge, expertise, effective interactions. Teamwork is most essential. Now, let me explain about the setting of geriatric palliative care. Care setting is important. Palliative care is provided in a patient's and the family focused environment in the most appropriate care setting such as home, hospice, continuous care center, acute hospitals or tertiary palliative care units. The need and preference of the patients and the family as well as the resource available are taken into consideration. Palliative care service can be established in a number of different ways. There are a number of advantages of home-based palliative care. The home-based palliative care in many situations, for instance, many patients feel more comfortable in their home than the health care centers. A home-based service means that family members are integrated in the process, which in turn means that the patients have easy access to care. A home-based approach provides advice and support to the family members to help them as a caregivers. And home care team is able to facilitate referral to the additional services. The home-based palliative care provides care to the people with chronic life-limited health problems such as cancer, advanced cardiac, renal and respiratory disease, HIV/AIDS and chronic neurologic disorders in the home in which the patient lives. It is best delivered by multidisciplinary team trained in palliative care, including doctors, nurses, community health workers and volunteers. In palliative care, the role of volunteer is crucial and very much important. Let us go to the field and see some volunteers.
வணக்கம், என்னோட பேர் ராம்குமார். நான் சோஷியல் ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கேன். கடலூரில் சிட்டிக்குள்ளே இருக்கிற ஆதரவற்றவங்களை ரெஸ்கியூ பண்ணுற ஒர்க் மெயின் ஒர்க்காக பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கேன். இதில் என்னோட மெயின் ரோல் என்னென்னா, இந்த ரோடோரமாக ரொம்ப ஒரு புழு ஊட்டுற நிலையில், ஒரு கால் அடிப்பட்ட நிலையில் கிடக்கிறவங்கள அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு கேரிங் கொடுத்து அவங்கள ரெஸ்கியூ பண்ணி ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் கொண்டு போய் அட்மிட் பண்ணி அவங்க கூட ஒரு ஃபேமிலியாக இருந்து அவங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன டெஸ்ட் எடுக்கணும், என்னென்ன பண்ணணும், A to Z அவங்க கூட இருந்து எல்லாமே பிளட் வேணுமா பிளட் உடனே அவங்களுக்கு அரேஞ்சர் பண்ணி அதை அவங்களுக்கு அந்த இதை சரி பண்ணிவிட்டு உடனே அவங்களுக்கு கால் எக்ஸ்ரே எடுக்கணும், எல்லா ட்ரீட்மெண்ட்டுமே அவங்க கூட இருந்து பண்ணிவிட்டு அவங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு சூழ்நிலையில் ஒரு ஏக்கங்கள் வரலாம். அதாவது வந்து அப்பா அம்மா கூட இல்லை, என்னோடய பிள்ளைங்க கூட இல்லை, அந்த நேரத்தில் நீங்கள் அதை பற்றி கவலைப்படாதீங்க, நாங்கள் இருக்கோம். அவங்களாம் யார், அவங்க அடுத்தபடியாக உங்களுக்கு வந்துட்டோம். அவங்களாம் ஓரமாக வச்சுட்டு இதுக்கப்புறம் உங்களோட பிள்ளைங்களாம் நாங்கள் இருந்து எல்லாமே என்னென்னலாம் பண்ணுவோமோ எல்லாத்தையும் நாங்கள் பண்ண தயாராக இருக்கணும். ஒரு மோட்டிவேட் அவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்து அவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு இதை கிரியேட் பண்ணிவிடும்.
The community-based palliative care services are those offered at community health centers or that are run with the community participation. Community participation is the involvement of people in community to solve their own problems. This includes community involvement in need assessment, planning, implementation, resource mobilization, day-to-day management and evaluation of the program. Setting that maybe the poor in financial resource can be rich in community resource. Community-based palliative care service can be a way of achieving the significant coverage of services for patients with chronic ill. The community-based palliative care service are typically provided by both healthcare professionals and community health workers with volunteers. At a minimum, paid doctors and nurses are needed. The team may be included other volunteers, allied health professionals if available. Community health workers or volunteers supported by healthcare professionals will provide the basic home care service. Now, let me explain about the hospital-based palliative care services. It improves the patient's outcome. The onset availability of various specialties and diagnostic procedures makes a care more comprehensive and makes it easier to control the symptoms. Hospital-based palliative care also facilitates the discussion of the patient's values, diagnosis, prognosis and agreement about the goal of care. The hospital-based service in fact generally reducing the patient's length of stay in hospital and enabling smooth transition to care in the community. There is also evidence that it may be reduced to use the non-beneficial or harmful treatment towards the end of the life. Apart from the benefits of specific patient, the hospital-based palliative care service shows the positive impact of palliative care to all the hospital staff, helping healthcare workers in other disciplines learn about palliative care and promoting its future use. The onset service thus reinforces the palliative care service as a core component of routine health care. Now, let me explain about the skill used for geriatric palliative care. There are 5 skills which requires, that is communication skill, psychosocial skill, teamwork skill, intrapersonal skill and life closer skill. Now, what are all the communication skills required for the palliative care service? Its ability to respond the profound or symbolic questions about the life and death, to know when to say nothing because that is the most appropriate response, to use healing and comforting touch with the confidence, and also ability to discuss the imminent death of the relatives with family. The psychosocial skills, it is required work with the family, anticipating their needs, putting them in touch with services, supporting them when appropriate. So, the teamwork skill and intrapersonal skills is very much required for palliative care service. The growth of nursing role within this team has been dynamic and continues to represent the much admired model of working. So, intrapersonal skill, nurses need to recognize and attempt to understand personal reactions that are occurs in a natural consequences of working with the dying and deprived people, and to be able to reflect on how this affects the caregiving in sensitive situations. It is the most challenging of all competency area and plays a significant part in the professional growth of those who choose to work in this field. So, life closer skills is very important in palliative care service. This area is concerned with nursing behavior and skills that are crucial to the patients and the family. Dignity as they perceive it when life is close to end and thereafter. Such care has been described as a blessed work in which the nurses enters into the patient's intimate space and touches the parts of the body that are usually private. The three categories of support in palliative care. Pain management is vital for comfort and the reducing patient distress. Healthcare professionals and the family can collaborate to identify and the source of pain and relieve them with the drugs and other form of therapies. And the symptoms management involves treating symptoms other than the pain, such as nausea, weakness, bowel and bladder problems, mental confusions, low energy and difficulty in breathing. Emotional and spiritual support is very much important for both patients and family in dealing with emotional demands of critical illness. Now, let me explain about the beautiful case study of Kerala model providing total care at the free of cost. The Institute of Palliative Medicine IPM, located in Medical College, Kozhikode, Kerala. It is the pioneer of palliative care. It is the first WHO collaborative center for community participation in palliative care. The institute began as a small unit in 1993 as a pain and palliative care society, which is 1999 graduated to Neighborhood Network in Palliative Care (NNPC). The neighborhood network model with the army of volunteers and supporting of government funding for community based 260 unit has earned greater compliments of providing total care with free of cost. It involves not just relief from the medical symptoms, but also provides emotional, social and financial supports, bereavement counseling and rehabilitation of patient and or family. It has many remarkable cases of community volunteers mobilizing resources to provide financial support to the patients and their family in many ways, supporting children drop out of the school, providing food kits for the destitute, even fulfilling the patient's dying wishes to get their daughter's marriage. It cumulated into the palliative care policy of Government of Kerala in 2002. The Kerala government came out with another landmark policy in 2008, mandating that doctors at the primary health center must be trained in palliative care and that these centers must work in collaboration with the community organizations. It should also include relief from the range of chronic conditions such as geriatric issues, heart failures, chronic lung diseases, mental health, chronic renal conditions, advanced neurological elements, others that may lead a patients bedridden, besides cancer and AIDS patients. Kerala is the first state in India to relax narcotic regulations to permit use of morphine by palliative care providers. For the first time in India, the Government of Kerala has declared as a pain palliative care policy, facilitating the development of community based home care initiatives under the leadership of local self-government. The Arogya Palliative Care Project, formulated in consonance with the state policy, initiated community participatory service in Kerala. This project aims to identify patients in need, offer guidance for suitable treatment methodologies, provide care at home for the bedridden and incurable ill. It also equipped the primary health care system to provide care including medicines to the socio-economic background patients. As a part of this project, doctors, district coordinators, nurse and auxiliary nurses have been appointed to coordinate home care and other programs. Finally, what we need in terms of palliative care in India. We need a palliative care policy and plan for implementing it. It's also availability of essential medication is required in each and every district hospitals. And there should be an education and public awareness need to be improved. And setting up the training cum resource center for palliative care is very much required. I hope and trust the presentation would inspire you. There are few words inspired my life to do this service. I'll share with you. கொஞ்ச நேரம் கொஞ்சி கொஞ்சி பேசாதா, அந்த நேரம் அன்பாய் பேசக்கூடாதா. கொஞ்ச நேரம் கொஞ்சி கொஞ்சி பேசாதா, அந்த நேரம் அன்பாய் பேசக்கூடாதா. Please, let us join together and do the blessed service for the elderly. Thank you.